What's going on, Frugal Frag fan, man? It is BJ here. How's everybody doing tonight, man? Tonight, they're coming for your frags. 1% at a time, baby. That's right. We got the tariffs coming, and they're going to affect the fragrance world. So let's go ahead and talk about it. But first, if you're new here and you like saving money on fragrances, that's what we're all about. Make sure you click that like, slide that subscribe, baby, because we want to make sure that you never go high and dry. You always moisturize. $50 or less, but it's going to get a little bit harder. That's what we're all about, guys. And make sure you do that so you can boom, stick it to the algorithm. Guys, I'm going to tell you what, we got the tariffs coming, and let's go ahead and talk about it. First of all fragrances coming from outside of the United States of America are going to get hit with some sort of tariff. Call it a surcharge, call it a tax, call it whatever you will. But fragrances coming from outside the United States are going to get taxed. Let's go ahead and talk about who's going to get what. All right, guys, these are some of the countries here that are going to be importing fragrances into the United States. They're not all of them, but this is basically going to give you a good idea of what we're looking at here. If you look right here, you got France, which is at the top, the leader in fragrances, right? 15% they're going to get, according to Reuters here. Spain is likely to get 15%, Airball comes out of Spain. Italy, 15%. The UAE, 10% likely. With no evidence of any higher rate, according to this. So we're going to get 10% on that. That includes, fragrances like afnan and freaking lattafa, and the list goes on and on. United Kingdom, they're going to get 41% reciprocal. If you don't know what reciprocal taxes are, that means that tit for a tat, guys. You charge me, I'll charge you exactly the same. That's the way that works. So right now it's going to be 41%. So anything that comes out of the United Kingdom is going to be 41%. Switzerland is likely 10%. We're looking at Mexico. They're covered under the NAFTA trade agreement right now. It's already covered under an agreement that they have, but it could go to 25%. India, 25%. A lot of fragrances started to come out of India, guys. A lot of frugal frags that we like are coming out of India, and they're importing them from India, and they're getting great prices on them here in the United States. That is no longer going to be the case, guys. 25%. China, we're looking at 30%. Man, 30% coming for China. And I'm going to tell you, and then they got a fentanyl tariff here of a, 10% baseline. I'm not real sure exactly what that means, but I guess that's 10% of the 30% here, what it looks like. So Germany likely 15%. I don't know. So we're looking at a cost raise of 10 to 25% across the board for all frugal frags, guys. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, very few frugal frags come from inside the United States. Now there are a few. We got the Beverly Hills Polo Club. They do, but remember, the fragrance might come from there, but how is it shipped? Is it coming across as an export into the United States, or import into the United States, or export from France, or a place like that? And is that going to get taxed? Plus, you got to also think the bottles and the boxes, right? Because everything, guys, is going to get tariffed. So it's going to affect the frugal frag industry, and frugal frags aren't going to be so frugal too much any longer. Have you noticed that the rack stores are getting empty? It's no mistake. The tariffs are starting to hit. They're starting to run low on inventory. And once those ships start coming in, the prices are going to start going up. So you can start for sure to expect that. Now, if you shop on eBay, you think you're going to get around it, it's not going to work, guys. If these things are coming from another country and being imported from another country, as you can see here, they are adding a customs fee in this particular fragrance here, Bella Vita, which is one that was very impressed with. My very first bottle is coming with a 25% tariff fee, and you have to pay that. And the way it works is this: Once your package is shipped, it gets shipped with the carrier, whether it's the United States Postal Services, whether it's FedEx, whether it's UPS or whatever. The carrier will notify you that they have a package for you that is a COD, which stands for charge on delivery, or a parcel that's going to require a tariff payment. You're going to need to go to your local office and pick up the actual package and pay that tariff cost, whether it's 10%, 15%, 25%, 41%, whatever the case might be. You're going to have to pay that. Okay, now think this through, guys, because I'm going to tell you another thing. You're going to have to also pay a service fee on top of that to the carrier for providing that service to you. And it's usually, it could be anywhere between 3 and 8% of the cost of the tariff. So if your tariff is, $8, you could be paying, 80 cents extra for their service to do this for you. So think this through, guys. If you're going to be ordering frags from out of the country, you're going to be hit with a tariff cost, as you can see clearly. One of the suggestions that I have, guys, is if you're really serious about getting some fragrances and want to save some money and you got a little extra money, which I know a lot of us are running low on cash right now because it's just the way the economy is. But if you want to save on frags, you might want to go out there and pick up what you can now, because what's out there now is going to be replaced with something that's going to be at least 10% higher at the very minimum, guys. Guys, you know the prices are going up. We're going to make sure that you pay less at the pump, baby, because you know what? We're here to save you money. We always have, always will be. We're not about selling you the fragrance. We're about making sure that you get a good smell for a good price. It's going to get a little bit tougher for us, but we're going to keep trying. We're going to keep rocking. We're going to keep rolling. We're going to see what we can bring you guys. So guys, Frugal Frags are going to get a little bit more harder to find, but we're always going to find them for you guys. We're going to find them because that's what I've always done. I'm never going to spend a lot of money on fragrances that I spray on me and they just go away in the air. I mean, I just may as well throw money out the window. That's why I look at it. Everybody can look at it differently, but hey, I come from a different realm. I come from a different era than you guys do. Most of you guys, I don't even understand what's going on here with this tariff, and now you do. You're going to pay more, and if these aren't American perfumeries producing this stuff in America, at some point in time, something's going to get whacked with a tariff if they're using anything outside the United States and they're not using anything within Canada or Mexico. Now, you might be thinking, well, what could stop somebody from rebranding it in Mexico, putting a different label on it, and running it through the United States as a dupe or something? That ain't going to work, guys. They have safe measures in place that protect against that type of fraud. So, I mean, there might be some people that squeak through the system, right? I mean, just like there always is, but there is a heavy fine for that. If a company is caught doing that, they are going to face massive fines, and they probably won't be able to sell in the United States for many years to come. It'll just devastate their company. They're going to get devastated by the tariffs, but hey, what's fair is fair, right? I mean, look, we've been paying tariffs all along, and it's time for them to pay. And when they pay, they pass the cost on to us, right? So we've been getting whacked, and we're going to get whacked even more. There's no doubt about it. But keep it on straight and make sure that you're picking the right frags and make sure that you're getting the ones that you like. And I'm here to help you, because some of them are good, some of them are bad. But I'm going to tell you right now that if you're looking to pick up anything that you want to save a little bit of money, now's the time to get out there, because all of this was just passed in August. We are in early September, and it is going to be, I think it's going to be very chaotic in the perfumery world. There's going to be rising cost considerably. They say 10%. I think it's going to be more like 18. Watch, because the stores are going to be pulling profit out of it too. So these stores like Ross and Burlington and TJ Maxx and Marshalls, their inventory is going to start running low if it ain't already low. Because some of the rack stores that I've been into around my town here in South Texas, it's slim pickings. So a lot of the ones are just the ones that I've seen that have been there for a long time. So they're just dumping out this inventory, and once it's gone, I think we're going to start seeing the new shipments coming in. And when they do, they're going to be with the new tariff cost. So take this for what it's worth, guys. I hope you have a good day. And you know what? Until next time, hug somebody you love, because you smell so damn good. Peace.